I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What do you mean, calm it down? It's a fight. Referees telling two fighters who want to fight to calm it down. He should calm down.
So he's like a clown in his show, man. He's not your guy.
Because Tyson Fury's back, and all you motherfuckers are under attack. Look, Eddie Hearn can say all what he likes. Who gives a shit what Eddie Hearn says? It's garbage.
Are you off your tits? Have you been smoking something?
Can you let me retire and be happy? Please, just please.
Bombs away from the Bronx Bomber!
Wanda! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You never give me a fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit. You not shit.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
I got dropped, man.
Are you kidding?
No, you won the fight.
OMG. I am so excited.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Yes. What is up? MCR family? Another live fight chat edition of the show. Gonna be Teofimo Lopez versus Masayoshi Nakatani for the IBF final eliminator for Richard Come's title at 135. Is the takeover here? Is the hype train real? I'll be honest. Nakatani looks gigantic. He's undefeated. Good knockout ratio. Decent fighter. I'm a little bit concerned here in recent times as we've had a lot of Japanese fighters as of late come over to the U.S. and upset the apple cart, so to speak. But before I get to any further points and before the fight starts, I am, of course, joined by the illustrious, the one and only Mr. Fugatti. Fu, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Call me Mr. Chimney. I want that smoke. Hype train's getting derailed tonight. Nakatani's going to end this shit.
It's bullshit.
Go.
Nah, that's bullshit, people. Don't listen to Mr. Fugatti. Sorry, we call him Chewbacca. He just over there, grunting as Chewbacca does. That's what he... that's another reason why we give him that name, not just because of the beard.
Lopez looks like he came right out of a Let's Get Ready to Rumble video game.
And that's a problem?
No, that's pretty cool, actually. I love that game.
Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe. I'm Matt the Hips Hunter. That's Fugatti. Fight is about to start. Call in. Numbers below on the screen. Fight is starting now. Round one. Nakatani coming out with a jab. The height difference is, and just reach difference is apparent. It's going to be really curious. I'm curious to see Lopez, who has traditionally been the bigger guy in fights and sort of imposing his will and size, now be the smaller man. Especially with that sort of Philly shell. Will the jab, will the right hand of Nakatani get through maybe the lazy defense of Lopez at times, but Lopez doing a good job of evading these shots so far.
Yeah, connected with a nice right hand a little bit ago, too.
About 2 minutes and 20 seconds for those who want to sync up with us. What's your full prediction here, Fu?
Teofimo by knockout, probably, but, just I got to protect Loma. I'm a Loma protector. We need to end this hype train before he gets to Loma.
We need to end this. Of course. Trying to set up roadblocks, as always.
Where are you at right now?
Minute and 46 seconds.
Cool.
Teofimo Lopez doing a decent job of not really getting hit by anything. Landing some good shots to the body already early. Both guys not
I
really
like
connected
his
with the jab.
body work. He's got a really good feint, and then he goes down to the body when he gets to raise his gloves.
Nakatani almost landed that left hook after a double jab. Gonna be curious to see how Lopez's chin holds up, especially since that recent video is obviously went kind of boxing viral of him getting knocked down in sparring, and now he's facing a guy that's similar in that sparring video, bigger than him and with some power.
Telling you, derailed. He's catching him pretty good already, though. I think Lopez is going to be fine.
He is starting to catch him with shots off. And good left hook there from Teofimo Lopez. As Nakatani came in. Good right hand from Teofimo. Nakatani's guard is a little bit too wide for my liking. I feel like shots can just slip in there, especially for Teofimo, who's a really accurate puncher. He's going to be able to find his shots quite easily, and that left hook is landing.
And he's deceptive because you think he's like out of punch range, but because his first step in is so quick and it's like he moves a lot, he covers a lot of distance with his first step. He gets in on a bigger guy pretty
round one
easy,
over.
you know?
Easy 10-9 round, I think, for Teofimo Lopez. Showing highlights now of the co-main event. Maxim Dadashev versus Sabral Matias.
Yeah,
huge upset there, but really good fight between two undefeated prospects. But Dadashev could not hold himself up. He went to the hospital. You know, obviously prayers are to him as we speak. This is not looking good at this point.
Yeah, that was a Lopez round for sure.
Yeah, easy. What do you think Nakatani needs to do to beat Teofimo? Like, what's the equation that he needs to sort of figure out?
I think early on, like he's committing too much to his punches, and he doesn't have the range kind of like found yet. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of off balance, and that's when Lopez is able to really get some good counters on him. So he just really needs to be composed, stay to the outside, use his height to his advantage, like normal boring stuff, you know, just needs to stay behind his jab. And when Lopez is kind of out of control, like he is there, jumping forward to punch, he needs to counter.
By the way, the update from Dadashev is that he is unconscious.
Oh my goodness,
prayers, man. It's not looking good. But back to the fight, round 2, 2 minutes 30 seconds. That's all we can do right now. Let's talk about a fight ahead of us, in front of us. Again, Teofimo Lopez's head movement just on point.
Yep, he's very quick. So he's just got a lot of the intangibles that you want from and then he has the power too. So
good
he's just a very dangerous fighter.
Good one too from Nakatani right there as he timed it.
Headbutt? What was that?
It seemed like a headbutt right there a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to tighten up his defense too. Nakatani does. Oh yeah, definitely headbutt right there.
Good left hook from Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez is going to end up catching him.
Andre Ward made a statement a few seconds ago that Lopez wasn't really setting up anything. He was just looking for Nakatani to make a mistake and counter with a single shot. I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but I can see why he's saying that. I wish Lopez would be a little more active with his approach in this fight.
Well, I think he's kind of showing off early too. He's doing a lot of defensive shit. He's got a smile on his face. He's definitely not like at all, I think, taking this guy very serious in terms of what he's capable of. I mean, but he's not really been able to land anything on Lopez either. And now Lopez is kind of commanding like the center of the ring. I think he's already found what he needs.
Yeah. He's in control.
Yeah.
Clearly. Nakatani is having zero success.
Yep.
And Summer Lomachenko is getting really scared.
He just moved back to 130.
No, man, 126. He doesn't want that Gervonta Davis work. Round 2, about 15 seconds left in the round. Another Teofimo Lopez round. He's on point. Defensively just outclassing Nakatani, making him miss with every shot, it seems. Connecting with his own. I wish he would throw a little more in combination. But, I mean, he's doing nothing wrong in a sense. I just think he's not doing enough of good shit.
I just don't really think he's in much of a rush.
No, he isn't. He clearly isn't. And that's a good thing. He shouldn't be.
Yep. Taking in the moment,
Well,
kind of.
first main event.
Yep.
I don't blame him at all. Plus, on the card that did talk about and sort of give the 10 count, obviously, to Pernell Whitaker. Have your defensive mastermind, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like put on that performance if you want. If you want a defensive clinic on the card that is honoring Pernell Whitaker, it's kind of poetic in a way. Like, I can see why you kind of want to do that. You want to show out for him in a way.
Teofimo has so much charisma.
Yeah. The guy's clearly the best hope for Top Rank in terms of like a future star. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I think he's got
I think he has a higher ceiling potentially than even like Crawford in terms of like star power.
Yeah, because he'll be able to move a few weight classes too. Like you can tell he's going to be pretty comfortable, because he's got the power to carry up. So,
like, I can't wait for a Pro Grace Teofimo Lopez fight in like 4 years, 5 years.
boy, that's going to be some Matrix shit right there. That's going to be intense.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
I'm there for that. I'll pay for that. Maybe only like 20,000 people will, but we'll pay for it.
Yeah, I don't think Lopez is going to be 135 much longer either from what he said, right? He's going to go for like the belt, and basically next year I think he'll be moving up. He's only 21. At some point it's going to be hard for him to keep making that weight.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big dude.
He is. Like, seeing him in person, like, he is going to fill out. He is.
Yeah.
Minute and a half left in round 3. Again, a little bit of the same here. That Teofimo Lopez is just sort of making Nakatani miss and connecting with shots when he wants to and just outclassing him in a way. Like this fight, just maybe because we were talking about it before the show started, but this fight kind of reminded me of, in a way, like Shields Hammer, where one person just in defensive mode, just, making the person miss with everything and occasionally making them pay.
Yeah. But nothing's forced or rushed. It's just...
No. And you're just sort of in awe of, wow, just make it. Oh, he missed another shot. Damn, he missed that shot. Wow.
Yeah, it was in the last round, I think, where he missed like
good right hand
3 or 4 shots in a row, And
there's even like moments where like Lopez will make Nakatani miss with a shot with head movement, but simultaneously readjust and reset the position of where he's at and come out from a different angle to throw a counter. So he's not just relying on head movement in a way. Like he is creating angles simultaneously with his feet with this great head movement and waist movement, and he's just doing great work right here.
Yeah. Yeah, Nakatani just doesn't seem to have much to offer on the offensive side that is at all giving Lopez any troubles or any reason to have to like rethink or adjust his game plan.
No, not at all. Remember, guys, call in 323-870-4051. Press 1T in the queue. International callers, Skype, Mix Combat Radio. I'm kind of upset this is ESPN Plus. You know why? I wanted to see viewership.
Yeah.
I desperately wanted to see a metric attached to him being a headliner. And honestly, him being a headliner and being the only name on the card, period. I was really curious about those metrics. Unfortunately, we're not going to get any of that. It is what it is. Maybe we get some attendance figures, and that won't be bad. I'll take that.
I'm wondering when they're going to start releasing that for apps, because at some point I feel like if everything's transitioning over, they're going to have to start giving something.
Why?
Just because like people want to know, you know,
So
people want data. They want data to crunch, you know.
my guy, you should know better than anyone that why would a corporation willingly give out their private information to people that don't need to know it?
Ooh, dang! Lopez just caught him like
With what?
a solid left hook. That was a nice shot. Lopez is stalking him now. You can definitely tell like he's turning it up.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if they asked Lopez to kind of cruise through a few rounds,
Of course.
you know, because you can tell when he like puts his foot on the gas, these people just can't really keep up with him at all.
No, not at all.
Like, I mean,
And again, Nakatani's getting hit with some shots, and he's not taking the shots well either.
nope. Are we going to get attention, Nasukawa? Oh, I knew it was about to happen.
Right.
Oh, I knew it was about to happen. Oh, they said he slipped? How? How are they not going to give a knockdown?
There's a puddle right there.
Oh.
There's a giant puddle right there. I will give him that.
Still, man.
Now, I don't know if it was still a legit knockdown, but there is water there. There's a giant puddle there. So that there is a fire where there is smoke in a sense for that slip. They're trying to replay
huge,
right
right? Oh no, that was a slip for sure. Yeah, never
yeah.
mind. Never mind. My punch didn't even connect. That was a good job by the ref. Lopez is swinging for the fences, man. I wonder if he almost gets like he's almost out of control at this point. Like a few of his punches have been completely off the mark. Look at that.
Well, I don't see anything off the mark there.
That uppercut missed by like
he
2
missed.
feet.
Shots miss. That wasn't.
He does not.
But the form wasn't out of control. Like, so what do you mean by out of control?
He's not in range anymore, and he was in all the other rounds.
Well, to be fair, Nakatani he had head movement there. He slipped. He slipped the shot.
I'm just saying. It's like
it's not like I'll put it this way. It's not like Wilder out of control where he's off balance. Shots are no longer on form. No, like his form is good. He's on balance. He's just throwing a lot more, and Nakatani is, in a weird way, making a miss. He's moving. You know, like I think out of control is probably a bad way to put it. He's hyper aggressive.
Yes,
he's hyper aggressive.
He's looking for a knockout at this point, and
yes.
he's not managing the fight as well as he was. That was a bad. To me, that was not like a great round from the slip on for Teofimo. And did you see that they gave the third round to Nakatani on the scorecard? Yeah. I think that I'm like, I can't see a thing that would give him a round, but sure.
That was a good round for Teofimo Lopez, though, in my opinion. 10-9. I think he's won every round. And I have really no issue with him getting hyper-aggressive here because I think he senses that Nakatani he's there to be hit, and he can be put out. So why go through the motions anymore? You had your couple rounds of playing with your food. Now no longer play with your food. Yeah. So
and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but the way you framed it was it seemed negative. Like he's not managing the fight as well as he did before. Is the way I think you phrased it.
Because he wasn't. Before he was more in range, more in control of the fight, and he was commanding from the center of the ring.
But trying to go for the finish when your opponent is hurt and no longer being slow and methodical with your approach and being defensive minded is not, quote, managing the fight worse. That's actually managing the fight better. That's showing good fight IQ.
But you can
when you have your opponent hurt, you go for the finish. You don't go Josh Kelly route and still do the same thing for 12 rounds.
No, I agree with that. Definitely what you're saying. But you still have to have a control about you because this guy isn't the top level guy.
And again, I don't understand where you're saying he's uncontrolled. The form is there. He's not off balance. He's just throwing more.
He missed like 6 power punches in a row by a lot. Like not a little bit. Like he was jumping in the air and throwing hooks at one point. Like Is it like
because he thought his opponent was hurt, and I never saw him off balance. I never saw him leaping in the air like Wilder, like
no? I mean, but no one does that.
or even like Andrade in the last round with Slisky, with that winging punch. Remember, like I don't see anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't see Teofimo Lopez throwing a punch and turning himself over. I don't see anything like that. I don't see anything uncontrolled. He's just throwing a lot more and again, hyper aggression here. That Loma stance coming out of
He's got caught with a nice uppercut too.
You just want to pick out things. I know.
I was telling you, like this guy is definitely making him miss way more. Maybe it has nothing to do with him being out of control, but Nakatani stepped it up a little bit.
Well, to be fair, Nakatani wasn't really being defensive minded in the first few rounds.
Yeah.
He didn't really have to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good body hook there.
See, and this is more back to what he was doing early.
Ooh,
see, now,
good one,
yeah,
too.
That was a great one, too. When Nakatani gets more offensive, then Lopez just goes defensive and just counters him. You know? It's a better fight for Lopez like this. Oh, he just got caught with a nice jab, though. That was a good jab.
Well, it's a cleaner fight, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily a better fight. Like, being aggressive isn't innately worse than being defensive.
Well, he was getting caught more. He was getting caught with more punches.
No, he wasn't. He was missing more punches. He wasn't getting caught with any punches in that round earlier.
This round he did. He got caught with a really nice uppercut.
He got caught with an uppercut and a jab. He got caught with 2 punches. And he's been more defensive minded in this round, as you said. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Not at first. At the start of the round, he wasn't.
Okay, man. Watch
the start of the round. You're gonna watch multiple power punches.
I'm gonna say this: watch this back and watch the fight back, and you're gonna say, "Man, that's stupid. Why did I say that?"
I'm not gonna say that.
You're definitely gonna say that about yourself.
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, God, Fu, why are you so
and then go back and listen to yourself talk about Josh Kelly and go, "Man, I am such a hypocrite."
Dude. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not, Matthew.
Because the difference is Josh Kelly.
Oh, let me hear
never puts his foot on the gas. He never puts his foot on the gas.
He did a couple times early on.
It's okay what Lopez is doing. I'm just saying fight. He's more. I
don't think you understand my argument. I don't think you understand my argument. I think your argument is that Lopez, when he's being defensive, is innately a better boxer. He's fighting a better game than he is
in this fight.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that's true. I don't think that's apparent because when he was aggressive, you said he was getting hit more. I don't think that's true at all. I think he was missing more shots, but that's purely because he was throwing more shots. I think
he just got caught there by 3 nice punches.
When they clinch?
He's getting caught more. No, just a second ago. He got caught with a left hook. He got caught with a right hand. And he backed up against the ropes. And clinched.
Okay, but again, he's not being aggressive in these rounds. So we're talking about a specific round here, Fu. You're going back to these rounds we're watching right now, which he's not being aggressive and he's getting hit.
Yeah, we're talking about the 4th round.
Yes, you're talking about rounds right now where he's being defensive and getting hit, which is not your fucking argument. Your argument is...
I don't think he
No,
looked
let
great
me finish, Fu. Your argument is when he was aggressive, he was getting hit more. Not when he's being defensive.
He's getting caught a lot right now.
And that's him being defensive.
Maybe he needs to change it.
Be aggressive, maybe.
Listen to Matt T.O. Listen.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
Do not listen to Fu here.
Become the takeover.
Don't let a big guy like that walk you down. You never do that.
Nakatani's starting to time that left uppercut when T.O. ducks his head, and he's caught him a few times with it.
Mm-hmm. T.O.'s getting a little predictable.
Yep.
Because, again, he's looking for single-shot counters.
Yep.
He's not walking forward, throwing in combination, setting up shots, which is what he was doing more of in the 4th round. Suck it, Foo. Hold on, where's my gunshots at? Fuck you.
Oh, nice shot.
Fuck you, Foo.
It's partially blocked, but that was a really good check hook. He just tried to catch him with. Lopez is extremely talented. And he has really good punch selection.
He is very talented.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting caught though, man.
That 1-2 didn't land.
One of them did though, and that hook landed there, but it wasn't very powerful.
I don't think that 1-2 landed. I think he rolled with it. Like if you watch that slow mo, he's rolling with these shots a lot.
Yeah, you think he did?
Absolutely. It's like Purnell. Like look at Purnell's fights. Like you have to slow it down and see.
Don't compare Lopez to Purnell.
You know what I mean though. Like slipping shots that way, when you watch it live, it's really hard to tell if they land or not. For another example, I think a good one is Canelo Triple G, especially in the first fight. Right, there's a lot of those right hands from Triple G that I thought live when I was at the fights live, I thought landed. I watched on tape later. I'm like, oh, they didn't land. Canelo's rolling with them. You know.
That's why I like when they do like a fair replay where it's not just the main guy that they're doing the replays for. They actually, if the other guy connects, they show those shots. You know.
Who would you give that round to? Would that be a Nakatani round?
I think so. I think at this point he has about 3 rounds, 2 or 3 rounds.
Santiago gave that round to Teofimo Lopez.
You're crazy, Santi.
Yeah, I don't know if I see that.
I see like 2 rounds so far, 2 to 3 rounds for Nakatani. You could give him
2 tops.
Yeah.
3, no, not at all, bro.
I don't know.
That
was a nice shot.
Loma's number 1.
Well, I mean that's just the truth. But.
Fuck your facts.
But Lopez isn't. I think we have to admit though, is Lopez looking as good?
Well, Andre Ward's scorecard is weird, man.
It's fucking awful. About as awful as the first scorecards from the first.
Oh, good right hand by Teofimo Lopez.
Oh, that's a shitty little shot right there.
No, it's not. The ref is saying fight. Even the ref is saying, I'm saying fight. Don't try to hate on Teofimo Lopez, Loma Stan. We see you.
Get him, Nakatani. Let's go. The new takeover.
Oh, you're hilarious. I will say this, though. Lopez, far too hittable. Even though I think is good defensively, he is too hittable for Lomachenko right now.
Yeah. Loma would tear that ass up.
You just win. Like you can just tell you win. You know.
Yeah. Lopez would quit on his stool.
I think Loma would be like ultra aggressive in that fight too.
Oh yeah.
Like that's one of those like fights where Loma wants to make a statement, and that type of those Loma fights are always really apparent. How one-sided they are, how much of a beatdown they are.
It'd be like the Jason Sosa fight.
Why would you?
That's some real hater right there. Sorry, bro. Don't get all mad. Don't get all mad because you love Lopez.
I just can't believe you pulled the Jason Sosa fight from the pocket, man. That was good, man. Whatever. Minute left in the 7th round. It's a better round for Lopez here, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot.
Good right hand. Kind of like, I think through either a jab or a feint. Probably more of a feint. And then like did like a setter step, boom, right hand.
Yep. Again, I think Lopez has deceptively good reach because of how quick he can step in.
He's fast.
Yep.
His quickness is a huge attribute. Plus, with the talent, the skill set,
I hate when he does that bullshit behind the back, hit someone in the clinch.
Yo, Loma does it. Shut up.
Oh. Tio. Win.
He
Name a fight.
He did to Jason Sosa. The fight you fucking just mentioned.
He didn't have him in a headlock and then punch him behind his
Yes.
back, did he?
And
I'll have to go watch that.
And they did the fucking dance and like like.
That's fine.
Yo, Loma went off on Jason Sosa, man.
That's
Loma did not
fine.
like Jason Sosa.
Jason Sosa tried to style on him first with the Ali shuffle, and then he got wrecked.
I'm telling you, bro. Like Loma does all this shit too, bro.
When Mariaga tried to fucking style on him, then he knocked him down.
Don't get self-righteous about fucking that shit.
I don't like some of that cheeky shit.
No, you don't like it from people that you're worried about. There's a reason why in MCR's bio, our official bio, it says you're scared of Teofimo Lopez. There's a reason why, guys.
Not after this fight.
You still worried?
Not after this fight. Loma would work him.
Ooh.
Good dirty shot there, Nakatani. Way to go.
At this point, who do you think gives Lomachenko a better fight? Lopez or Devin Haney?
Haney. I think Haney's got a different fighting style than Lopez. Haney's a harder matchup right now for Loma.
You're just.
I think Campbell's might be the hardest matchup for him.
You Eddie Hearn fanboy.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Well, it's your opinion.
Well, yeah, my opinion. The truth of my opinions right there.
The truth.
I think Campbell, Haney, and then maybe Lopez. Lopez has a lot, I think, of ways to
I
go.
don't think Campbell does much. I've never been as impressed with Campbell as others.
I just really like Campbell.
You like him because Rob likes him.
No, I've just always liked Campbell.
I said it. Yep, I said it.
And yes, Loma does showboat a lot, Bomani. I know. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying it's always in response to the other guy showboating.
He does it the right way. Okay.
That's not at all what I said.
That's what you are saying.
No. You're projecting.
You project. I'm dying. I purely wanted to do this show with you just because it's Teofimo Lopez. I hope you know.
I know. What happens when Nakatani knocks him out?
I don't think it's happening though. I think
Hype train derailed.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that
Lopez has tripped over his own foot.
Okay. I think it's pretty clear that Lopez is winning this fight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like
Oh, nice.
Good combination.
That was a good combination for sure.
Yeah, but you know what? That was out of control.
Yeah, a little bit. I agree. Good take. Hashtag facts, Matt.
I hate when you just spin it on me like that. No, don't go along with the bit. Okay. Ooh, good right hand from Nakatani.
Nice headlock. I think he was trying to submit him there. Come on, Tio. Show us something.
You cheeky bastard.
Dude, what if he just suplexed him?
No, but Nakatani is not a bad fighter, though.
Not at all.
This is a legit tough fight.
Yeah, this is a good fight.
This is probably his toughest fight to date, to be honest. Even though like Nakatani doesn't have like the career, I just keep turning on by itself. Fucking ghost.
I thought like you just put a sepia filter on or something.
Dude,
like, whoa, what's happening over there?
This ceiling fan is like the weirdest thing. I swear, at any point it could either catch fire or a ghost comes out of it. I have not decided.
Damn, that was a good punch right there. How'd Santi score that round?
10-10.
We were too busy fucking talking about stupid shit.
10-10.
Tio's breathing hard.
Santiago saying Lopez in uncharted territory now, never been past the 7th.
Nakatani is just slow playing this knockout. That's what's happening right here.
can't wait for Lopez to beat Loma and for you to be sad. Santiago did score 10-10, by the way. I was joking.
Oh.
I was joking, but he did score 10-10.
So we're going to give those rounds to Nakatani because we know like swing rounds should always be given to the underdog.
Yeah, it's the opposite version of you have to take it from the champion.
Yeah.
It's our version to counter that.
I always do that. So that's 2 10-10s. What, like 68, 66 is what?
Ooh, good uppercut left hook there from Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, Richard Comey versus Teofimo Lopez. There's going to be some curious takes there.
That's going to be a tough fight for Lopez.
Absolutely.
Comey's no joke. Comey, that might be the toughest fight for Loma, actually. Comey's good. Really like him. I wouldn't really say Lopez is taking rounds off, but you can definitely tell he's winded. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I would say that.
I don't know what Nakatani thinks he's doing there with just putting his head way down. Like,
Nakatani's body work has been pretty decent too. We haven't really mentioned that, but we should. I think that's been a contributing factor to why he sort of came back in the fight. Ooh, good right hand from Nakatani. Lopez has not slipped that one, that's for sure.
oh, come on. They're going to give him a fucking thing for that.
No, they're not giving him a thing.
Don't hit him in the back of the head.
That's not
He's
a
top
thing.
ranks, baby.
That's not
Come
a
on.
thing. Make it sound like they're deducting a point. Stop whining, you Loma stan.
Let him fight, ref.
I like how you went from, oh, this is a great ref, man. Look at how he recognized that slip, too. Oh, fuck this ref. He's in the pocket.
He's in the pocket. He won't let him fight close. No, I just think that was kind of silly.
No, dude, he's in an arena where a guy just went unconscious and shit from punches. You're telling, I think you're extra on your toes after that to, hey, don't punch each other in the back of the head.
Yeah. They did say he's breathing on his own and
that's good. No.
Stuff, yeah. Dude, Aegis is like, oh God, I've got to find a new person. Loma's in trouble.
Yeah, that's scary, man.
I mean, hopefully, oh.
He's going into surgery.
Ooh.
Trying to contact his wife who's in Russia, trying to, find out if he has allergy, stuff like the basic stuff so he doesn't get worse from their own care.
Damn.
Again, prayers for Maxim Dadashev.
I was going to say it during that fight when we were watching it. Those are always the scariest fights to me when two guys are just really landing a lot of punches, but neither guy gets knocked down. It's like, dude, by the end of that, he's just brutalized.
Yeah. You can't take too many of those, man.
Mm-mm. And he was getting hit clean in those later rounds before they quit on the stool. Like, he was getting hit clean. Oh, nice check hook there.
Good right hand from Teofimo Lopez.
Nakatani's taking all these punches pretty well now in the later rounds. So, like early, you were right. Like he wasn't taking the punches well. He was really, you could tell they were affecting him. But I don't know if he's taking a lot off of Tio with those body shots or what. But doesn't seem like they have as much behind
or
him.
maybe just it wasn't really like a physical thing with him not taking those shots. Well, maybe it was just a like nerves, like first part of the fight, sort of get know. Maybe it's that, plus first U.S. fight, like God knows what the travel was like. Maybe there's some of that that we, perceive to be him not taking shots well from a physical perspective, whereas more from a mental perspective. And fighters can sort of work themselves into a fight. That happens all the time. Slow starters, for example, are common to have that problem, where sometimes it looks like they're not taking shots well, they're not doing things well in the first few rounds, but all of a sudden, boom, they figure it out.
Yeah, I think that's where it's weird to see Tio like start off kind of really hot, and then kind of find himself in this type of a fight.
Good right hand from Nakatani. He might have hurt Teofimo Lopez there. Oh, Lopez comes back with the 2 hooks.
Ooh.
Both guys exchanging shots now. Oh, Nakatani lands a good right hand. Teofimo Lopez comes back with his own. A minute left in the round.
Lopez kind of stanky leg there for a second on one of those.
Both guys throwing really hard shots now and landing. They open up there for a bit. Let's see if they slow down here.
Man, that was a good little fucking like 45 seconds of action right there.
That's probably
good
more,
back and forth.
That's probably more like 25, 30 seconds, but damn.
Yeah. It was good.
Both guys slowed down. Nakatani missing with the right hand.
Nakatani was about to try to taunt him back.
I like that. I like that. That was good. And that might not even been a taunt. Like, I've done that before just to, like, move my shoulder around, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't look like a bolo shit. That just looked like, he was like, man, my shoulder. I'm not trying to, like, you're making fun of me?
I just wondered
I'll make fun of you back.
Like, Lopez did that, and then he, like, almost immediately did it back.
Rock Sports in the chat saying, yo, Tio got exposed tonight. I don't know if that's the right word to say, as a guy that's probably still winning the fight.
Bananarama's saying they're putting him in an induced coma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yo, Santi, you gotta watch this fight again, bro.
Dang, what?
Santi,
I don't know, man. That's a Nakatani round for me.
I don't know. Like that could be a 10-10 round.
Yeah.
Because who got the best of that exchange? Like, both guys landed really good shots, to be honest.
Nakatani's not going to win this on the cards. We know that. But, I mean, he's definitely made given a good account of himself.
Yeah.
You know?
Good jab.
Oh, that was a nice jab.
Mouthpiece?
No, the ref wants the center cleaned up or something.
I don't think it was a slip. I think he just stepped on their toes. Oh, no, it was the logo.
This ref's all over it, man.
Yo, he is on point with watching their feet, man.
Kind of roughing him up there. Nakatani's game, man.
Japanese fighters, man. There's something else. It's a great learning experience for Teofimo Lopez.
Definitely.
Going full 12 with this guy.
Whoa.
Good jab from Nakatani.
Hell of a jab. And then a nice shot back from Teo. Like, I like that Teo doesn't back down. He's not like losing his calm or anything. Like, he's just staying in there. Shows a lot about him. Sometimes when people get themselves in this type of a fight too early.
And there's still a lot of times where he's making Nakatani miss, man.
Yep.
I would like Teofimo Lopez to be a little more on the front foot, being the aggressor. I think he does good work there.
Yep.
Listen, I really don't think Nakatani is a great defensive fighter, so, like, why not press him a little bit?
Yeah, he's not. You're right. Lopez has to work on how he sets up his shots, though. That is one thing about him.
Info Joe in the chat saying who's winning the fight, y'all. Teofimo Lopez is definitely winning the fight, but it is a tough fight. There's been a couple moments. Oh, good right hand from Teofimo Lopez there.
Nice counter by Nakatani, too, man. They're both doing good work here.
But Teofimo Lopez is winning the fight for sure, but it's a close, fun fight. Definitely makes you think the Richard Comey fight may be a bridge too far for Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, at this point, he's got a lot of learning to do. He really has to, like I was saying, work on his setups. He just relies way too much on his power, way too much on his flashiness. And there's going to come a point where those top guys will just take advantage of him because he doesn't put together enough punches. Fortnite dances and charisma will get you to the top, but eventually you're going to have to work on all the other stuff.
Teofimo Lopez heading into the final round, probably up on every judge's scorecard. It's Nakatani maybe winning a few rounds.
Yeah, I think at most like four rounds. Yeah. Ward had him with 4 rounds, but weird rounds like the first and second round. I don't understand when you give someone like he didn't do anything in those rounds, honestly, man. But whatever.
Last round.
All.
Ooh, jab to the body, left hook from Teofimo Lopez.
Yep,
I like that.
He's got a really nice left hook, honestly.
Probably his best shot. Mario Yamasaki in the chat saying, are you guys doing commentary for the fight tomorrow? I'm out of town, so I can't purchase the pay-per-view. Absolutely. Both the White Rivas fight and the Pacquiao-Thurman fight. I think, Fu, you're only going to be on for the Pacquiao-Thurman, though, one, right? You're working tomorrow?
I am not.
Oh, you're not working tomorrow. Whoa, hold on.
I think I can be on for him. It kind of depends.
Whoa, guys.
Yeah.
Crazy, but we have a fight going on as Teofimo Lopez. Looks like he's trying to go for the knockout here.
Definitely looks like he's trying to end this. He doesn't want to win a decision here.
I don't blame him. Like, his whole career is kind of built on, not his whole career, but a large part of his hype is built on these nice, flashy knockouts with these awesome dances afterwards.
Yep.
If you don't have a knockout, don't really get the dance, do you?
He'll still find a way to
Info
dance.
Joe asking a question here for both of us. Does Lopez look bad? He looks beatable.
He looks like
a young prospect that needs
it's
work.
definitely a tale of two cities. There's the first 4 to 6 rounds, Teofimo Lopez, and then there's having to dig deep the last 6 rounds, and he just hasn't been here enough. It's a learning experience. I don't think he looks bad. He just looks inexperienced.
Yeah, like it's not like the Ryan Garcia fight with Jason Velez, right? Where he was just like, the technique was apparent that it wasn't there, right? With that fight, like it was apparent that Ryan Garcia needs to go back and just learn more about boxing. This looks like he needs to learn more about maybe game planning and cardio.
Yep.
Like maybe he needs a better strength and conditioning coach.
And again, just setting up his punches. Like,
And maybe that's not because he has a lot of punches in Arsenal. I think that's more of a game planning issue.
yep.
You know, I don't know if they watched tape on Nakatani. I think those are more issues for Teofimo Lopez than, the technique isn't there, like some other prospects like Ryan Garcia, for example.
I don't know if this is like an apt comparison, but kind of like when you float through high school and then go to college and actually have to start studying. Like, I feel like that's how Lopez is, where it's like, oh, everyone else I knocked him out. I'm too powerful for everyone. And then
5 seconds left. They're
is
going
different.
for broke.
Boy, they're going
Wow.
for it right now. What a damn fight, man.
Great last 30 seconds of the fight right there.
Easy win for Tio, though. But, stuff to work on.
Yep, definitely stuff to work on. And plus, he's a young guy. Like, young guys are going to have tough fights. He's
21.
He fought another young guy that's undefeated with a great knockout ratio, who's bigger than him. Yeah, definitely not bad. I think just things he needs to work on. I think that's a really good way to put it, Fu. Call in, guys, 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. International callers, call in on Skype, Mixed Combat Radio. We're going to take a mini break, guys, a mini break. And then when you guys obviously in that break can call in, we're going to take some calls, listen to the post-fight interviews, all that stuff. I'm going to go get some water. So, yes, take a mini break. Be right back. Yes. We are back. Scorecards are about to be read, or not really about to be read, but they're getting tallied up as we're waiting here. I think we're all sort of in unison here. I think even in the chat that Teofimo Lopez won the fight, and that there was enough in terms of developing question marks about him as a finished product that I think a lot of people are going to question the Richard Commey matchup for him going forward. But again, I think he did win this fight. It was a tough fight for him, but a fun fight. And I'm all in favor of two prospects going against each other and sort of putting their O's on the line with, not really worrying about it. I like that. It's similar to the Commey event.
This was a win-win, right? Like, Lopez is going to get a nice win on his record.
Oh.
All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo Lopez won, unanimous decision, but God, those scorecards. Not good.
Scorecards way too wide.
119.
No respect for Nakatani.
Oh, he's in the dance now.
Told you he's gonna figure out a way to do
A flip. Oh, he just did a flip.
some kind of something.
Some kind of something. Post-fight interview now. We're gonna listen to it. I got boo-boos. First thing he says. Ugh. What does he think of his performance? Horrible.
6 foot, man. But you know what? From this point on, we find guys my height, so we don't got to worry about nobody else anymore. No more tall guys or anything, man.
Oh God.
Well, it's true. Richard Comey's not that tall. Loma's not that tall.
Yeah, but come on, man. That's lame.
We're not saying like now I'm never gonna fight guys that tall. You're saying like now, like nobody in front of me now is that tall. Thank God. I think that's what he meant. Not like I'm never gonna fight tall guys. It's calling out Comey, obviously, and Lomachenko.
I was a sort of humbled Teofimo. If we get that belt, we're gonna go for Lomachenko. I was not a like when I get that belt.
The minor wins, right? The minor wins.
I'll take what I can get.
Well, I mean, he did say. I mean, I don't want to listen anymore. I don't care. He did say his performance was horrible. I can see why he says that. He probably should feel that way. Speaking as like his sort of his own worst critic, right? As you should be. Whenever you sort of doing whatever you do in the workforce or your career. But let's go to callers because I think we talked about this fight enough. Like Lopez looked good. He had issues, I think, in the second half of the fight. Was that due to the cardio? Was that due to running out of ideas? Maybe both. I don't know, but there are definitely things he needs to look back on in the tape with this team and work on because he is not a finished product and he is still a talented product, though. Like, he is still a really talented fighter and he has a long career ahead of him. But, God, that Comey fight and especially the Loma fight just seems like a bridge too far. Fu, sort of brief thoughts, then we'll go to callers.
Well, I was just going to say, no one should really be surprised. I mean, everyone has these moments, like they're pushing him fast. Like he's not a finished product. Like he's got a lot of learning to do. He just fought a tough fight and he had some bad moments. He's going to learn. And I bet he comes out better than before, but I do think the Comey fight is going to be too much for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think Comey would capitalize on those mistakes a lot more than Nakatani did. And
one thing I'm curious though is that what we did see in the Beltran fight is that Comey going backwards. God, that was rough.
Yeah,
that was really rough. Like he definitely cannot fight going backwards at all. If Lopez can figure out a way to sort of out pressure Comey, maybe he finds success. But that is just a really tough fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a tough fight. I think, and I may be like, this may just be hater, but Haney's a tough fight.
Absolutely.
For him.
No, absolutely. And he was before.
Any of those top guys. Yeah.
He was before, but I think maybe even more is now. Just because the cardio issues of Teofimo Lopez seem to be there in a way. And when those single shot counters aren't doing it, what does he have left to do? I don't think he really game plans that out, to be quite honest. So, it is what it is. But let's go to callers again, 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. International callers, Skype, Mixed Combat Radio. Santiago in L.A. Santiago with the wide scorecard for Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, I probably had the closest to the digits too. The only difference being that I scored 3 of the rounds, 10-10. You guys definitely had it more closer to Andre Ward's scorecard.
Our Harold Letterman right now, man. Come on.
The GOAT.
Yeah, but you know what, though, to be honest, definitely considering all the hype that was going on with Lopez, I obviously not the performance we kind of expected him. You guys thought about that he might have just been trying to cruise a few rounds. And I think maybe what might have happened too is that as he was, Nakatani not only figured out part of his rhythm, but also became more adjusted and acclimated to his punches. So then Teofimo wasn't able to really start getting off the way we're normally accustomed to with him. Because definitely by the middle portion of the fight, you started seeing him more or less throw no more than 2 or 3 punches per assault. And so we got what we got, with probably the most exciting moment of that entire fight being that 25, 30-second little brief thing that they did in the 11th. But obviously it's his first time going 12 rounds. As I mentioned before, he'd never been past 7th. And I don't know, obviously right now, early pick, if they were to go up against a guy like Comey or Lomachenko, I think that's going to be a really, really tough fight for him. Definitely right now, he's going to want to go back, look back at his performance, see where he faltered, what he did wrong, and definitely work on maybe being able to come up more with the combination punches, because definitely against those kind of caliber fighters, especially with a guy like Comey, who maybe not the best guy going backwards, does have a general understanding of how to use his reach. Lopez looked like he had a good idea of distance, because I could see that a lot of the punches that Nakatani would throw at him would be just barely not getting there. Like, you could see just a bit of a gap between him leaning back and the punch just failing to connect. But at the same time, it's kind of like you can only get away with that for so long. Your thoughts on how his defense kind of showed what his limitations were?
I like the way you framed that. Fu, you want to tackle that first? I want to think about that a little more.
Well, I think that I just think that he has not had to overcome any adversity in his entire career, probably. He's used to his power being enough, and he landed some clean shots on this guy, and he didn't go away. And so at that point, he's wearing himself out, and he didn't have the cardio to continue to do what he was doing, in maybe the 3rd to 5th round, where he got a little more aggressive, and I feel like I don't know if his defense has limitations as much as he really needs the cardio.
That's not the way that Santiago. That's not what Santiago said. Santiago said his defense showed his limitations.
Gotcha.
So that I think Santiago's saying, correct me if I'm wrong, Santiago, is that offensively speaking, he really ran out of ideas in what to do, how to set up shots, how to walk forward in a way. Yeah. And him relying on his defense so much is either, or I should say in Santiago's opinion, again, correct me, Santiago, is a crux for him not being that good offensively, actually. And that's what Santiago's saying. Is that true? Am I getting that right?
Yep. You got it pretty much right.
Okay.
Yeah, then I agree with all that.
Yeah.
That's what kind of I was saying toward the end of the fight. He's got to learn to put his punches together better. He's got to learn to set guys up better, because he's just always relied on his power. So, I mean, when a guy doesn't go away, you've got to learn to beat him,
Santiago, how do you fix those limitations? Like, is it getting a new trainer? Is it just watching tape and looking at what's wrong and trying to, train for that, drill for that in a sense? Of your in your mindset, in your opinion, what do you think Teofimo Lopez needs to do to adjust to that limitation that you see in his game? I think that maybe most of us see in his game.
I don't know if the call for a change in trainer might be necessary right now. He's only 14 fights in.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you could see that maybe he shares a similar mentality with his dad about trying to be that entertaining fighter. But definitely because the other thing too is that when you look at these two guys, they had a difference of about 2 inches in both height and reach. And like I said, Teofimo looked like he had a good understanding of distance, but at the same time, you could see that he really was just trying to close the gap in through punching, not trying to work his way in to set up his punches, either countering back, lunging forward with an uppercut or a hook or with a straight. And those are things you can work on. Definitely a lot of drilling. Look at what kind of distance you need. Maybe figure out, can you tell your distance going forward as well as you do going backwards? Because, you yourself have a pretty decent understanding of distance.
Mm-hmm.
So give me your thoughts. Do you feel that knowing your distance going forward is the same as going backwards?
No, it's not. It's very different. It is, to be honest. Like, from the times that I've sparred, like, this, NT, like, it going forward is a different animal. It is. Like, it's a different game. And I don't know really how to contextualize it. People that don't understand it, haven't been in it. It would be like in baseball, let's say, right? Like, batting and fielding is completely fucking different, right? Like, there's literally no similarities in how you play the game when it comes to batting and then fielding in baseball. But it's the game, right? Boxing's like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going backwards and being and countering and being defensively minded is fielding, and being offensive and being aggressive is batting, and they're very different forms of the game, but they make up the game. And I think Teofimo Lopez, I think you described it perfectly. He was punching sort of to get in range in a way, or punching through to get in range. And the best way to describe it, Fu, you were saying it, he was lunging in at times with that left hook instead of setting up the left hook. Whenever Teofimo Lopez was double jabbing or throwing feints with a jab and mixing that in, he was finding success. Why? Because that is the textbook way to move inside, to move through distance in the ring, and to set up shots.
90 seconds.
And he really wasn't doing that. And by the way, 90 seconds for those that want to call in. You only have 90 seconds to get in the line. So 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. So Santi, to answer your question, yeah, it is very different. And I think Teofimo Lopez, the way you described it, is perfect. He wasn't really setting up his shots well. He was lunging into shots instead of setting them up. And the best way to describe that was watch the fight again and count the times he double jabs and has success. And then count the times he lunges in with the hook, lunges in with the right hand, and doesn't find success, is actually out of range, overextends the shot, whatever it may be, because the range is different. When he was countering, he was often accurate with the shots. Why? Because he is more comfortable within that range. Santiago, back to you.
For sure. Obviously, you could see that he had certain predilections, either when he was on the back foot trying to counter back, but at the most he would throw 2 punches. And at the same time, too, like I said, he seems to have a better understanding of what his distance is going backwards than he does forward. So I definitely think drilling, working his way coming forward, setting up his combinations, upping the volume on his punches, too, because when you try to come in with just 1 or 2 punches, if a guy has
10
even
seconds.
as much as just 2 inches, we'll be able to take advantage of that. We saw that with Nakatani, and we can't say that Nakatani's a world-class fighter. Especially when we compare him to the likes of Richard Comey, Vasily Lomachenko, or even back when Linares was champion. The other thing, too, is like you guys were saying, too, during the fight chat, was that he started becoming predictable. He started being able to tell what punches he was going to throw, how he was going to throw them. So definitely also the other thing he wants to work on is variety, figuring out when to throw this punch or that punch, or how to throw the punch in a different manner so that it's not so predictable.
Which is everything I was saying about the 4th round. That's what my analysis of his inability to score the shots that he needed to hit him with in the 4th round. That's what I was saying.
But your reason for that was that he was uncontrolled. That was the wording you used. And
he wasn't controlling the fight the same as he was going forward as he was fighting defensively.
But we're talking about.
I understand what you're saying.
We're talking about him being ineffective with his aggression in the 4th round. That's what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about. Okay.
Which is exactly what Santi was saying.
I know. Okay, I'm just making sure me and you are now on the same page, because now you entered this discussion wanting to get all high and mighty. You fucking
I'm just saying
you
that's
Loma stand.
That's what I meant in the 4th round.
We didn't get Gary's call. I need to debate someone. Okay, it's you, Fu. the crux of your argument is that he looked uncontrolled, or that he was uncontrolled, and that's why he was ineffective with his aggression. What Santi is saying, and even what I'm saying, is it's not that he was uncontrolled. Is that his, in a sense, to be honest, his boxing IQ on how to set up those shots is not there, or the drilling is not there. And that's more of the issue. Not that he was uncontrolled with his aggression or uncontrolled with his shots, is that his shots weren't being set up properly. And that's a very different issue than being uncontrolled.
Yes. So, yes, I guess the way I phrased it.
So I think that you
yeah.
identified an issue properly. You 100% identified an issue that we all agree on. Your hypothesis for that issue is not what I agree on. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, gotcha. You're saying he wasn't out of control. He just doesn't have the tools yet.
No, exactly. Yes, exactly. Because like what Santi was saying, which I agree with, when he goes backwards and when he's defensive minded, he is, like you said, I'm gonna use this word now, controlled, because he is controlling
or in control of the fight.
In control of the fight, in control of the
yeah.
tempo. Like you can tell he's more comfortable there. When he's going forward, he's more uncomfortable. Why? Because he's not. You can tell he's not setting up stuff properly, and he's trying to work through the problem, trying to work through the sort of the mathematical equation in the ring. When he's going backwards, you don't see that. You don't see the wheels working and turning. When he's going forward, you can see it in his eyes that he's thinking in there. There's a noticeable difference. People have been asking who won. Teofimo Lopez won by unanimous decision. Really wide scorecards, but
that were shitty.
And it seems like, and to be honest, it seems like people have scorecards all over the place on this fight. So God knows what the consensus is going to be on this one. Back to you, Santi. Sorry.
No worries, man. But yeah, that's pretty much my takeaway from this fight is that Lopez, I think, like the Charlos, they need to like pump the brakes a bit on the hype train. You know, like you said once with Ryan Garcia, go back to the drawing board, start drilling on things that your shortcomings are. Because again, at this point in his career too, he's only got 14 fights in. You know, he's still learning. He's a young kid. He's 21. You know, don't rush him in like that. You know, you got a lot of time on you to work on these things that'll make him a much better fighter in the long run.
So wait, Santi, me and you agree that the hype train was derailed tonight?
I wouldn't say the hype train was derailed, but you could see that it was starting to come off the tracks.
They pulled over.
You saw the wheels start lifting.
They're pulling over a little bit. They're taking a rest stop.
I have a question for you, and for Matt too. We can kind of maybe all discuss it in the chat as well. But how do you see him if it was like his next fight was Devin Haney, or his next fight was Luke Campbell, or even I don't think a Pedraza would test him at all, but like not maybe early, but probably get knocked out, kind of like the Tank kind of thing or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know. What do you think about? Do you think that's kind of where he's at, or you think he's gonna take that Comey fight?
Well, I mean, what will
is
he
for
do?
sure gonna take the Comey fight?
Well, yes, he has to. It's
he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose that one to me.
They have contracts in place.
There, yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
So, all right, what's your question then? Are you asking?
Well, my question is, do you guys think that those guys
like what's his talent level?
Almost be too much for him, like a Haney or a Campbell?
Santiago, you can go first, man.
I definitely think that right now Haney's a little bit more polished. He's got a better understanding of like his defense and his offense as a whole. Not that much, but a better understanding. And I definitely would see Haney probably boxing his way to a decision over Teofimo Lopez. Luke Campbell, I'm not sure. I think that would actually be a pretty competitive fight. I could definitely see both guys getting hurt. Teofimo probably drops Campbell once in the fight, but that fight also goes 12 rounds, and that's also a fight where you see probably Teofimo get hurt for once.
I mean, if I have to pick people in fights, right? Like, gun to my head, right? Making predictions. I agree with Santiago's assessment that Haney is slightly better when it comes to having a firmer grasp on what he wants to do offensively and defensively, and that keyword "and." While Teofimo Lopez seems to not really know what he wants to do offensively at this point in tough fights. Like, he runs out of ideas. Haney really doesn't at times. I do think Haney would outbox him for a very narrow decision win. Campbell, you know me, guys. Like, I've never been the highest on Campbell, like Fu and Rob are. I
don't get that.
I think Campbell's really good, but like, I don't see anything special with him, to be quite honest. I just don't see it in the same way. I think Teofimo Lopez would figure out Campbell and piece him up at some point. And it'd be tight, it'd be competitive. There's gonna be definitely parts like Santiago said where Campbell might even hurt Lopez, because Lopez is susceptible to a right hand at times. But man, I think he's at that level though. It's not like I think he's not at that level. I think Lopez is around that bottom half of the top 10, to be quite honest. Phil, anything else? Because you were asking questions, not Santiago.
No, I would agree with all of that, minus the Luke Campbell thing. I just never get. I don't know. I have more respect for Campbell's ability to box than you do, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, Linares outboxed you, man. Come on. Moving on.
But he didn't.
He did. He did outbox.
No, he beat him by a flash knockdown. That was it. That was a difference in the scorecards. Was a flash knockdown.
And you get knockdowns by outboxing people and hitting them with really good shots. But anyway, Santiago, anything else, man?
No, that's pretty much it, man. Always enjoy chopping it up with you guys. Matt, if you're going to be out of town, have a good time and a good weekend. You already know I'm going to be at the theaters watching Pacquiao Thurman. I'll be watching the White Rivas fights a la Rob. So take it easy, you guys, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Have a good night, Santi. And everyone else, that's going to be it for today. Have a great night out there. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe. Patreon.com/Mixed Combat Radio. We just put out a bunch of videos, so go check them out. Videos on Canelo Alvarez telling Oscar De La Hoya, open up the books. I want to see where the money's going. Whoa, that was some great stuff. Plus a litany of other stuff. Spence Porter being announced, Wilder Ortiz 2 getting a date and venue, allegedly. We put out a ton of videos. Go check them out. Leonito Donaire ducking Inoue, and World Boxing Super Series falling apart again. You know, tons of other videos if you want to check them out all on the channel. Go, they're somewhere there, or go hit Mixed Combat Radio and subscribe. All that fun stuff. Do it right now. I am Matt, the Hipster Hunter. Find me, Matt Hunter MCR.
Fugatti MCR on all platforms. Thanks for being here, guys. It was actually some really fun fights to watch. I was kind of worried it would be a kind of a flop show, but actually both fights were really good.
That co-main, even though, I mean, it's now ending in a really somber note, honestly. Like, I'm now really worried about where this story is about to end up. The fight itself was great, and it's unfortunate that great fight is now having a real sad ending, it seems. But digressing from that, prayers and thoughts to Maxim Dadashev and his family. Hope everything's all right with him. Have a great night. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Peace.
I am Phil. I'm very Phil.